If we are a light blonde color and wanting to go to a really soft copper, why is it that sometimes it turns into this like bright Crayola orange? Great question, I'd love to tell you. So if our starting point is the lightest tier of value, probably like a level 9 or a level 10 here, there is no background colors in levels 9 and level 10. The only pigment that is in there, generally speaking, is a yellow undertone. So if you were to put a level 8 copper over a level 9 yellow undertone, chances are it may intensify, making that copper color look way more Crayola orange than you are expecting. And the darker in value that you go from your starting point, the more intense and more highly chromatic that copper color is going to become. The biggest piece of advice that I would give you for preventing this from happening in the first place is understand your color line and the background colors of each individual pigment in the line that you use. Because most color lines do have red colors that have background and red colors that do not. Now, a good way to visualize background color is I have a plain white piece of paper and then a little piece of brown cardboard. If we were to color each of these with some orange, you can tell that they're like slightly different. Can you see how this is more intense, almost like a red orange, and see how this is a little bit softer of an orange? Because this background color is kind of creating balance with the orange that we're coloring over the top. I also did this with pink here, a little bit more intense, a little bit softer of a pink over the brown because it creates that little bit of balance. So if you have a red color in your line that does not have background, it's most likely going to be more highly chromatic in this area of the color wheel. But if you have a red color that has background to it, it's generally going to be a lot more softer and more balanced than these highly chromatic colors here. Now, even if we were to choose a more balanced background red color to put over our blonde, chances are it's going to intensify the muted color anyways. Like our swatch could look like this, but over blonde hair, it might actually turn out more like this. So I personally would recommend formulating going from blonde to a soft copper red, mixing mostly brown pigments and gold pigments, and stay away from actual red pigment unless you want just a little bit more intensity. But since brown is more of like a warmer version of neutral, there is going to be a little bit of extra red pigment in it that will kind of intensify on its own without having to add extra red to it to make the blonde hair red. Does this make sense? Like if you were to just mix like gold tones and brown tones over the blonde hair, you'd be surprised at how like naturally soft coppery red it will actually turn out. But I really hope that this video made sense because my heart keeps breaking every time I see someone trying to go from blonde to like a soft coppery red and it turns out Ariel red or Crayola orange, and this is why. It's because we need to add way more balance than we think we need to.